This is the unluckiest man in the world. He just took a nap on a plane and woke up to find his country had vanished. The man's name is Victor. The moment he stepped off the plane, devastating news hit him. His homeland had erupted in civil war, rendering his passport and visa completely worthless. He found himself stranded at New York's Kennedy Airport. When airport director Frank questioned him, Victor couldn't understand a word. Frank tried his best to explain the situation through gestures and simple words, but Victor remained completely lost. According to Frank, Victor now belonged to no country at all. He couldn't enter the airport terminal, nor could he enter New York. His only option was to wait in the transit lounge. Victor had no clue what was happening. He couldn't speak the language, found himself in a completely foreign environment, and had no usable currency. Surrounded by crowds of people, Victor felt like a lonely island in a sea of humanity. The entire world had seemingly abandoned him, although no one was willing to help Victor. This didn't diminish his natural inclination to help others. When a woman struggled with her suitcase that wouldn't close, Victor eagerly stepped forward to assist, completely oblivious to his meal voucher being blown away by the wind. When Victor tried to retrieve his voucher, airport janitor Gupta blocked his path. As night fell, Victor made his way to the empty waiting area. Like a homeless wanderer, he used discarded chairs to piece together a makeshift bed. Just as he drifted off to sleep, a thunderous roar jolted him awake. The next morning arrived quickly. Victor carefully washed himself before heading to the immigration office, but he couldn't process his passport, and without a passport, he couldn't leave. Day after day, Victor attempted to slip through the cracks, but each time immigration officers Dolores turned him away. Victor's daily wanderings around that airport in pajamas irritated Frank, who was at a crucial point in his career advancement. Frank even hinted at escape routes, desperately wanting Victor gone from the airport. Faced with Frank's obvious hints, Victor prepared to leave, but then he noticed security cameras tracking his every movement. Realizing things weren't that simple, the clever Victor ducked under the cameras where Frank couldn't see him, choosing instead to wait it out at the airport. Victor soon discovered a way to make money. By returning luggage cars to their designated spots, he could collect a 25-cent deposit for each one. He began collecting cars throughout the airport, using his earnings to buy hamburgers. Victor embraced his car collecting lifestyle, eventually treating himself to deluxe meals. While enjoying his food, he caught his country's news on television. Unable to understand English, Victor could only wait helplessly with growing anxiety. This motivated him to teach himself English during the long nights. Victor continued visiting Dolores daily about his visa, though really he just wanted to practice his speaking skills. Day after day, he maintained his car collecting income plan until Frank caught on and made a decision. He stationed an airport employee specifically to handle car returns, cutting off Victor's revenue stream, reduced to eating complimentary crackers. Victor's fortune seemed grim. Fortunately, fate hadn't completely abandoned him. Kitchen worker Enrique extended a helping hand, hoping to win Dolores' heart and seeking Victor's assistance. Victor became a go-between for Dolores and Enrique, ensuring himself a daily hot meal through this arrangement. But good times didn't last. Frank struck again, suggesting that if Victor would simply admit to being afraid to return to his country, he could apply for political asylum and leave. Victor's response left Frank speechless, and he angrily ejected Victor from his office. Later, flight attendant Amelia slipped and fell right in front of Victor, who immediately rushed to help her. When Victor encountered Amelia again, he pretended to make a phone call nearby while eavesdropping on her conversation. Sensing Victor's genuine kindness, Amelia invited him to dinner, but Victor declined. He had decided to save up enough money to treat Amelia to a proper feast.